It's time for the Rick Smith Show. Now, here is the voice of the working class, Rick Smith.
Lots to talk about. Got an interesting email. Going to start the day with the favorites in the email front. I got both the Butt Hillary and the Butt Nancy. Evidently, the Butt Hillary thing's back because what we find out, look, I think all of us knew all along that Trump was shredding stuff because it's how he ran his business. It's that mentality. You never put anything in writing. You never record anything. Like a good mafia don would. No evidence, and the evidence that's there, get rid of. So now that that's going around, and the Trump supporters have to figure out how to defend that. It's now Butt Hillary. Butt Hillary. Emails. She's got all those emails. Remember the emails? Yeah, I also remember that she testified for 11 hours under intense scrutiny. I don't think the former guy could have done 5 minutes without losing his stack. And then, doing what he did recently, incriminating himself. The Fifth Amendment was made for guys like him who can't stop talking. And my grandfather used to always say, you have the right to remain silent. You should probably use it. And at this point, he should probably use it. I'm going there. But I also got the Butt Nancy email because, we're going to justify, Trump shredding everything and doing the things that we're now finding out he did because, Hillary had emails on a private server that evidently Jared, Ivanka, and half of the Trump team did as well. But no, we're not gonna talk about that. But the Butt Nancy was great because Nancy Pelosi, you may remember this, a couple years back, Trump gave his State of the Union address and Nancy tore the speech up. And this person was like, "Well, you didn't say anything," and I go, "You clearly didn't check the archives." You should go back and check the archives and find that date because I said a lot. And I said that I applauded her. I thought, hey, it sent the right statement for that speech. And it was not illegal. This is the part that you seem to not getting. It's not illegal. It wasn't an official document. We're talking about presidential records that Trump ripped up, that somebody had to walk around with Scotch tape and tape all this stuff up. And now the 15 boxes plus whatever's still there in Mar-a-Lago, where's the hearing? Where's the 11 hours of intense scrutiny over what he did with the records? That's what I want to know. Now, on the Nancy part, and this is where, again, facts kind of matter. What she tore up was not the official, archived copy. It was a photocopy. It was an extra. I could have gotten it off the internet. And in fact, I think I actually did. I think I got it and I read it. And I do believe, now that I think about it, I think I ripped it up too. So I got to wonder now, am I going to be charged with a crime under the Presidential Records Act? Of course not. Because I'm not president. I should be. I absolutely should be. But here's the thing. And this is where the fun is. And I know the Trumpkin crowd, they don't get nuance. I know they don't get I know it's tough for them. But, the bigger thing was the speech was bad. She sent a statement. Wasn't an official record. And Hillary's emails. Evidently, that's our day. Hillary's emails. I thought, I think that's going to stick with us for a very long time. Because that's all they got. That's when it's that that instant, that automatic response. That it's like blinking. They you say something that the bad he did and it's wrong and it's illegal. No, Hillary emails. It's like that kind of the Hillary email tick that they've got going on. Yeah, a big fun on that front. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you buy the Butt Hillary stuff? You can email me, rick@thericksmithshow.com, or give us a call, 1-866-416-RICK, 1-866-416-7425. Hey, maybe the emails are that important. Maybe it's not important. Now, interesting, Mitch McConnell had came out today, and now McConnell said from the beginning that what happened on January 6th was wrong, and he's been somewhat on the right side of it, but he came out today and he said that what happened on January 6th was a violent insurrection. The purpose of that violent insurrection was to prevent the peaceful transfer of power. He said this, and he goes, look, it was what it was. Now, do I believe what comes out of his pie hole? No. I would actually, probably put more credence if words came out of the other side. I take nothing that Mitch McConnell says as factual or truth or right. I find his, this is the game. Everything about him is positioning. And the reason I say this is because it's interesting that he chose, today to say this. After you had the Mike Pence speech, in his safe space in front of the Federalist Society, how much safer can you get than in front of a bunch of, far right-wing conservative lawyers? So he came out and he had his statement on what happened on January 6th. And that was kind of, that trial balloon, that testing the waters kind of thing. And then you had Chris Christie we talked about yesterday. And now you got Mitch McConnell coming out. Now, like I said, I believe nothing that they say because they're political opportunists. These are not basically honest people. They're going to pursue a path that they think is going to keep them in power. So forget the words. Forget the fact that they've come out against the former guy and are now taking a position that it was what it was, to use McConnell's words. They're reading the tea leaves. This is the only thing that I can come up with. That they are seeing that, either, Trump's not doing well. Last time I saw him, he's looking a little ragged, looking a little rough. And then there's the in kind of fighting that you're beginning to see with the DeSantis crowd and then the establishment crowd, the Pence, the Christies, and the McConnells. Now you're seeing kind of like a three-way split. This could be even more fun to watch a menage a trois of destruction. Might be quite interesting. And it might actually play to the benefit of the Democrats this election. But in watching McConnell and listening to the words, I know a lot of people want to rush and go, good for him for 5. No, don't do that. Do not do it. Don't give him the benefit of the doubt of him actually believing the words coming out of his mouth or caring. This is the problem I think this administration has. I think the Biden administration has this problem with the Senate because Joe was there for so long that he sees these people as buddies and contemporaries and drinking guys. Back when they were younger, they did some elbow lifts, they did some tilts. This ain't the same crowd, not the same Republican Party that when he was in office. It's not. Much crazier. So the fundamental misunderstanding that these people care about democracy, care about institutions, care about the rule of law, they don't. And care about we the people, they certainly don't. I'm not going to whisper that one. This is who they are. And like the Maya Angelou quote, when someone tells you who they are, believe them. Republicans have been telling us who they are for a couple of decades now. And this is where I think the failure of Joe Biden has been to believe them. They didn't do what they did with Barack Obama. They didn't come out and say, I hope he fails. We're going to make him a one-term president. They didn't have to. Because it's who they are now.
It's time for the Rick Smith Show. Now, here is the voice of the working class, Rick Smith.